Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to announce that Smooth Sack Summer is officially upon us. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're groomed from pubes to bum. Thanks to our friends at Manscaped, you can make this season your smoothest yet. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate bundle to keep your boys downstairs cool while looking hot. Join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you go to manscaped.com and use the code THPN. The Manscaped Performance Package 5.0 Ultra has everything you need to prepare that summer bod. Every man knows how scary it can get when going for a close shave below the belt. That's why I trust Manscaped for all my sensitive areas. Inside this package, you'll find the star of the show, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. We also have dual LED spotlights to provide contrast on multiple skin tones, 3 length setting combs, and oh, did I mention, this summer, this trimmer is waterproof too. Beach, lake, or shower, this razor will devour even the strongest pubes. Now that you have the perfect haircut, use Manscaped's liquid formulations to keep that freshness even at the hottest summer barbecues. The Crop Soother Aftershave Lotion and Crop Preserver Anti-Chafe Ball Deodorant, once they touch your sack, you'll never go back. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 5.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. More wet products? Say no more. Manscaped's new Buff Bundle is all you need to keep the summer heat a breeze. This bundle includes their signature silicone scrubber and body wash. Ditch your nasty loofah and grab a taste of freshness. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code THPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code THPN at manscaped.com. It's Smooth Sack Summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind.
You're listening to the Hockey Podcast Network, your home for hockey talk covering every team in the NHL. New episodes every Monday. Download at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from.
What up, Sea of Red? You're listening to Into the Flames, a Calgary Flames fan podcast.
Your home for all things Flames and updates around the NHL.
With your hosts, Raja Burri and Noah Eppelston.
Into the Flames. New episodes every Sunday.
What is up, Sea of Red? Raja here. We're just going to give a quick little reaction video to the Jacob Markstrom deal. So Jacob Markstrom traded to the New Jersey Devils in exchange for a 2025 first-round pick and defenseman Kevin Ball. How do I feel about it? Well, good question. I think when I first saw the notification, it felt underwhelming. Usually you want to have that feeling of when you're seeing a trade return, you go, oh, that's sexy, right? I felt the same way that I felt when we traded Hanifin, if I'm being completely honest with you. But after, a day of thinking about it and kind of processing, I feel content with what the Flames got back for Jacob Markstrom. I think Craig Conroy's body of work so far has been pretty solid in the aggregate. If you don't agree with that sentiment, then you're not paying attention, in my opinion. Listening to Marty Biron on TSN yesterday, he felt that the Flames sold short on Jacob Markstrom. He also referenced that 10th overall pick. And to me, that was always a delusion. Right now being a Flames fan is a really, really tough thing to handle. Our biggest rival is playing, I'm not even going to get into the Stanley Cup final because that's not what this video is about. And this isn't a therapy session. Given everything going on, I can understand why, we wanted a reason to look forward to something. Everyone's like, oh, 10th overall. Well, the truth is that wasn't going to happen. Doesn't make sense unless the Flames, let's say, added and they blew New Jersey's socks off. It was not going to pry 10th overall away from the Devils. Obviously, that was a pipe dream. Obviously, it'd be nice. That's some GM mode type shit. That's just unbelievable, right? But if we're being realistic, Jacob Markstrom is a goaltender in his mid-30s with a full no-move clause and making $6 million. So we send him to New Jersey, retaining 1.875 for this coming season and the year after. My analysis on the deal is I think it's fine. When I first saw it, I was a little like, that's it. But the more I thought about it, it really is fine. And I think I'll get into comparables and stuff that kind of defend that take, as well as the overarching, view of what Craig is doing so far, compiling all these draft assets. I mean, Conroy is cooking up the rebuild that we've pretty much all been dying for. And that in and of itself is insane. The fact that ownership is giving Craig the green light to make his moves and put his mark is a huge, huge factor, I think, in regards to resetting this thing. And I mean, he calls it a retool. You just traded Jacob Markstrom. Let's just be real, it's a rebuild. Another thing, Craig is working through the mess that Brad Treliving left him. I think the thing that really hindered this Markstrom deal is that full no move clause. Brad handed out no movement clauses and no trade clauses like candy. It was like the Oprah Winfrey show. Like, you get a no movement and you get a no movement. Oh no, hey, wow, right? And it's just no. Being able to handle what he's handling. I think this is a really good tweet here from Mike Gold. Only 3 starting goalies age 30 or older have been traded for first round picks in the last 15 years. Markstrom to New Jersey for that 2025 first and Kevin Ball, Darcy Kemper to the Avalanche for a first, third, and Connor Timmins, and Miller and Ott to St. Louis for a first, third, Halak, Stewart, and Carrier. And if you take a look at those 3 deals, Markstrom is the oldest at the time of his trade. And another comparable, Frederick Anderson, when he got traded to the Leafs, that was for a first and a conditional second. Well, Kevin Ball is a former second round pick. This is now going to be his third organization coming to the Flames. He turns 24 in a week. Defensive defenseman, nothing flashy offensively, but, I think it's a great pickup because you're going to need guys that have a defensive mindset so that you can help mitigate the high dangers against Dustin Wolf. And Dustin Wolf, it's your crease now, bro. Let's go. Since Craig Conroy has come in just over 12 months on the job, he's traded Tyler Toffoli, Nikita Zadorov, Elias Lindholm, Chris Tanev, Noah Hannafin, Jacob Markstrom in exchange for a first-round pick in this year's draft, first-round pick in 2025, first-round pick in 2026, second-round pick in 2024, third-round pick in 2023, third-round pick in 2024, third-round pick in 2026, fourth-round pick this year, and a fifth-round pick this year, as well as Igor Sharangovich, Andrei Kuzmenko, Hunter Brustevich, Yoni Yermo, Artem Grushnikov, Daniil Mirmanov, and Kevin Ball. I think another thing here that is pretty insane, in my opinion, is the fact that the Flames have 6 first-round picks in the next 3 years. If you go back and look at the track record, this is the same amount of first-round picks and or selections that they had during Brad Treliving's entire 9-year tenure. 6 first-round picks in the next 3 seasons, 4 second-round picks, 5 third-round picks. That's 15 picks in the first 3 rounds over the next 3 seasons. Unreal work in the aggregate from Craig Conroy. But yeah, do I feel like the Flames could have gotten more? No. I also don't believe that the offer that was likely negotiated back in February would have been better than what we got in return right now. I know that, Alex Holtz was included in that, rumor mill of, being a part of the deal, but there's a reason why it didn't happen. And I feel like that report in regards to ownership meddling, I feel like that's bullshit. Craig Conroy clearly has the green light to make these moves. Nothing was going to change whether he traded him back in February or right now. Hello, we're trading half the team. They're going to nix a Jacob Markstrom deal. Like, come on. Like, the logic doesn't, it doesn't fit in my eyes in that regard. Nothing against Jacob Markstrom. I think he was a solid Flame. I'm excited for him to go to New Jersey. That team looks absolutely unreal. But I'm also not going to pretend that Markstrom wouldn't have been barely worth a 4th round pick on the trade market in the 22-23 season. Once again, cleaning up messes, they're not going to start with clear-cut wins, and that's kind of the phase that we've been seeing in regards to selling these assets. The real only clear-cut W has been the Lindholm deal, in my eyes. That was the sexy return where you looked at it instantly and went, yes, like, we fleeced them. And with the report of Lindholm potentially turning down a 7x7 out of Vancouver and hitting the free agent market on July 1st, that deal just looks just night and day for us. It's unreal. And really, it's about what we do with these picks moving forward now more than anything. So once again, Kevin Ball is the acquisition. He's a defensive defenseman. His analytics underlyingly in the defensive zone are great. And you know what? I enjoyed watching him in the World Juniors in 2020. I was like, ooh, like, okay, big physical guy. He's a monster too, like 6'6". On paper, assuming Shillington resigns, the decor, as of right now, is projected to look like this. You've got Uyghur, Miramanov, Kevin Ball, Rasmus Anderson, Oliver Shillington, Braden Pahal, and Joel Hanley. And do I believe the Flames are going to sign another defensive defenseman in free agency? Yes, I do, because I feel that they are looking to safeguard what will be Dustin Wolf's first full season in the NHL. You're going to need guys that, as much as possible, can suppress shots and high dangers against. Do I believe the Flames got the best deal available? Absolutely. Craig's not going to take the worst deal on the table. Like, I feel like thinking otherwise would be loser thinking. I took that from Elliot Friedman. Jacob Markstrom wanted to be out east. I'm talking about the no movement clause and all this, and I've reiterated it a few times. And, it definitely played a factor. Another thing, Jacob Markstrom wanted to be out east. And he was nice about, giving the Flames a list of teams that he would go to. New Jersey presented the best deal, and I wholeheartedly believe that. He would have had zero value if he sucked again next year. I mean, he's been inconsistent. One year he's been great. The next, 1 year he's been great. The next, The pick that we received from the Devils in 2025, it is top 10 protected. It gets deferred to the Devils first rounder in 2026. In the case that they suck, I don't think they're going to. Conroy's first 10 trades as a general manager versus Brad Treliving's. You guys ready for this? Treliving, 8 assets out, 7 assets in. Conroy, 7 assets out, 17 assets in. And one of the criticisms that I'm seeing right now of Conroy's moves this far, despite all the pieces being moved, is that there's no single blue chip prospect or grade A asset coming back with any of these deals. And it's always, we traded our best players and didn't get much back. Well, yeah, that should tell you about our best players. Outside of Hannafin, literally every guy that was sold been on the wrong side of 30 for the most part, or approaching 30 and approaching free agency, like in Lindholm's case. They've already played the best hockey of their careers, more than likely. And most of these guys are accessory players. They're not core guys. And Craig has turned them into a surplus of assets that, give the Flames options now moving forward. I don't think Craig has been fleeced. In my opinion, he definitely fleeced Patrick Galvin, though. That was a clear-cut win. And the thing that I appreciate about him is that when he feels that a team matches his price, he doesn't screw around. He just gets the deal done. Another valid thing to think about is if those trade conditions earlier that, ended up not working out for us, ended up working out, the hauls in the aggregate look even nicer. And that's a sentiment because they're already looking really nice in the aggregate. So yeah, Jacob Markstrom, he is a New Jersey Devil. All the best, bro. I was hoping that we would get a full episode out today, but instead we're going to get this instant reaction show out from me. Stay tuned for more content. We're likely going to have a draft show coming up here at the start of next week. We got a scout from Dauber Prospects featuring, and we're going to be referencing Mackenzie's final list, which drops on Monday. So without further ado, thanks for everything, Jacob. Welcome to the Sea of Red, Kevin Ball. The draft's coming up in a week. Let's friggin' go. Go Flames, go. And go Panthers. The chase for the Stanley Cup continues, and the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is just as hot as it is on the ice. With same-game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, and so much more, don't miss out as the Stanley Cup playoffs wind down. And if you are new to DraftKings, you got to check this out. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. You must be 21 years of age, and age varies by jurisdiction. This offer is void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.co/ice for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Copyright NHL 2024, all rights reserved. Now back to the show.